Welcome back for some more War in the Sea. Thank you for joining me again. We're doing the Pacific Theater mod, part 201. We're starting a new century, I guess you could say it. This is being the third century. So let's have a good game today, okay? We got a lot of things going on. We got two places being invaded. Iwo Jima is under our control now. It has a faulty airfield option, and there's nothing I can do about that, so it's going to stay just the way it is. I guess we could get crazy and make this a level 3 just to have rearm capabilities here for our future endeavors of ruining people's days with their air bases. We see here, I was actually stationed here for 2 years, to be honest with you. It was Yokosuka, or as we used to say in Americanese, Yokosuka. All these locations I need to make go away, I think, but we'll worry about that later. As you see, once again, I don't know why all my little squares have gone away. I just noticed. So what's left on the agenda? I think we were replacing our markers. Okinawa, I know we need. And that's how I notify the places that I need. Manila, I know I need. I know I need Brunei. Let's put it here so it's out of the way. And I know I need this location as well. Let's put it here. I do not need Manila, French Indochina, Hong Kong, Haiphong for Kaohsiung. I don't know. That's wrong probably. Keeling, I don't think I need that, or Shanghai, or any of these locations. So it looks like we're down to 4 locations that we need to take. But there's still a lot of game left that I want to play, and it has nothing to do with accomplishing all these locations. It has to do with ships that we want to get in the game. For example, I want to see the Kearsarge. So that means we're going to September 44, at least. Of course, anything that is late game we want to see. I want to see the Essex Late, as well as Longbow. So September 44 is looking where we want to be. And I think that's about it. I don't think there's any other late game types that we're waiting to get. So, but we want to get them all. I want to have them all in the fleet. I want to have this map look like total domination, and that's just what we're gonna do. So we had where are you? Where's Force Z? Force Z, where are you, my friend? You're somewhere. Are you here? No. That's not you either. Did you make it all the way back here? There you are. So when you get back, when you get to Port Moresby, where we have our infamous, you can only release ships from here, level 5. You can't spawn ships from here, which, you know, Let's see. Where does it say? So, releasing ships, to me, I think that might be release for repair, not release for purchase. So maybe that's just a misunderstanding that I had in the game. Excuse me. So I guess maybe I just misunderstood that, but I had the feeling that the airfield or the ship port, max port level 5, would allow you to do the same thing that Wake Island can do, and not Wake Island, Midway. That Midway will allow you to do, put out new ships, but we're still spawning from the furthest possible way. So as soon as Force Z down here arrives, we're probably going to say anybody damaged gets sent to the yard. And that means Queen Elizabeth and the Norman, I'm guessing. Yeah? Yeah, Queen Elizabeth and the Norman. And then, when we come over here, not the Renown, we're looking for the next group. The King George. Yeah. So, Force Z, it says that the King George battleship was included. I think that's late war, not early war. And then it had the Repulse, the Electra, the Express, the Tenedos, and the Vampire from Australia. And these guys were all based out of Singapore. So I do want to get a King George in there. In fact, we'll put as many as we like because there are 5 of them. Why not? You know, it says Prince of Wales is unavailable. That's what the U means. But yeah, King George will be the first culprit here in October, which August, September, October, 2 months basically. And then we'll be putting that guy out. Well, let's start the day and see what we got happening. I want to kind of coordinate, stay on top of these supply routes that we have going. Midway, you're going up there to sit for a bit. We do have some supplies, but I think we're going to hold off a little bit here. Okay, you guys are here to drop off supplies. Let's unload. Yeah, the reason for that is because Saipan was so imbalanced, we wanted to put some heavy supplies over here. So that's what we did. And we're going to course you back. What's Iwo Jima looking like now that we did that port level? We're still good. We're not going to be touching any more airfields or ports here because it's inoperable. But we will be able to resupply here. So that's what we're going to leave it as. Probably need engineering and maybe another supply run. But for you guys, you're going to be heading... What's the way to go? Is that the way to go? Maybe? Go here first? Yeah, not really. No, there's not an... They're imbalanced and they're out of whack, so let's send them up here. Truck. Have you been fixed yet? You're fixed. Okay, what do you got sitting here? Good, just the truck defense. Pelelu, you're good. You can resupply there as well, and you just have the defense force, which is fine. You are going to help Tawi Tawi get more troops over there. And Tawi Defense is bringing over more supplies, and you're going to be sitting there after for the end of your days. Still need this to go, and I believe everybody has dropped off everything, right? I think we need to make another run or take off some troops. So we already started taking troops off over here. Let's unload. See what that gives us. Okay. Have you guys sit there until this location is done, and you see where the balance is back to better. And I'm not going to hit this button until that is gone, because I don't want to have another default no airfield, especially close to Manila like this. So let's get the ball rolling and see what we have in store for us today. How's everybody doing on this fine Saturday? Hopefully good. Did all your teams win? What do we got going over here? Are you loading? Unloading. You're unloading. Of course, you need to be within your space. Yeah, something about the focus of this, you know, when you zoom in on a map, it's not really where you want to be. I kind of like this to be a little bit better balanced at Wake. But you're going to sit there and be happy and enjoy your life. So let's keep it going. Last engagements we had reoccurring, I think it was over here or up here. So we need to keep an eye on that. I think it was here. Let's launch up some scouts. We don't need them to have anything, we just want them to do their thing. So we're going to course these guys. 502, close enough. And we're going to send another one. Let's get you up. And we're going to send you the opposite direction. I want you to do one of these. Of course, that doesn't look right, but let's do it anyway. Okay, get your boys out there. Okinawa's been sending supply ships to go back after Okinawa or Iwo Jima, so we want to stop that in their tracks. We're at nighttime again. I'm looking to see what the status of these groups are. The Defense Force does not need supply ships anymore. So we are gonna dispatch these guys, I think. Or do we want to keep them for... I think we want to keep them for now, because we're not gonna move anywhere. But what we do need to do is get you guys to just be friendly and sit over there where you belong. And if I had an airfield here, I would set up a scout in here. I'll do that tomorrow with when we can fly during the daytime. So let's get to that morning. So we are going to say Iwo Jima Defense Force. I want Enterprise. Let's utilize the Kingfishers. the way I like to. And I really just kind of want these guys to go out to here, back. I want them to just monitor out front. Let's go over here. Close enough. So this whole entryway, this scout plane will just cover. And we're not done because we're going to send out more of these guys to cover. So New Mexico, launch yours. No bombs. And we're going to do kind of the same thing, but let's go to this way. Over. And we're going to do a pattern like this. So it's kind of close to the other group. Close enough. So we have, see that mental image, you know, 11 o'clock, 11 o'clock to 9 o'clock, 12, 3, 6, 9. And then we go to the other one and he's doing a tighter southern scout to cover from here all the way to here with an aircraft. So any incoming from Okinawa is covered. Do we need to be concerned over here? Look at all these kingfishers. They're covering our back, our front, our south, again a south. Okay, there's an east. Like a north somewhere? We got a north? No. We got a north? No, I want somebody up here. So, let's see who we got we can send. Santa Fe, I want you to send out one more scout. Scouts are free, scouts are fun, scouts are necessary. The range doesn't seem to be this one. Oh, I guess we covered that much. Yeah, okay. Yep, so that's our northern border. Let's see what it looks like. Pretty good. Again, these are kind of randomized, and there's a purpose for that. I kind of wanted that to be, there's a big gap right here. I don't like that. Let's send up another one from somebody. Wichita. And I kind of want you to go straight up this way. Something like that. And it doesn't hurt if we got any left. Let's use you guys. And we're going to do all three. And I want you with depth charges, and I want you over CV Lex Franklin. So our sub screen from the air. Alright, we have Force Z down here playing Let Me Go Home. And you. So you guys are going to release and repair. And the rest of you guys, let's see, take a look at the ammunition. Let's rearm you just because. And what can you do to be friendly? Sarong. Ambon. Kendari. Yeah, I want to go to Kendari with some supplies. So, we can do it. Let's force Z some supplies here. And what kind of room do we got? You know, really 1,000 supplies is more than enough. I don't want to send any more. But what we will do is we will load up entirely as far as we can go. I don't really want to break this one. Oh yeah, these guys are better. Yeah, that's fine enough. So what we will do is we will see if anybody else needs a little bit. So that's 400. I'm not worried about that one. Ambon is 300. Kendari is 300. Makassar. I'm not worried about this base. We can't launch aircraft from it either. Balkapan. I don't want to worry about this location. These guys will take care of this straight. I could drop off 1,000 troop supplies here. Click this button, take the chance that it works. This one doesn't work. This one doesn't work. This one doesn't work. So do I risk it or I leave it? I think I'm just going to leave it. So we're not going to go there. We're going to go, I think, here because they could use some. And then maybe we'll drop the rest off over here at Tawi Tawi. Just because. So let's get you guys still doing something. Yeah. So we're going all the way. Let's see if I can get a straight line here. So you're going to drop off at Manado, and probably at 400 supplies here, and the rest we'll probably drop off at Tawi Tawi because they are a new invasion port, and I think that will work for us. How long are those ships going to be in the dockyard? Look at that, 37 days. So you're probably... your points may come back when we have the King George. So let's keep these guys going. So we do have some time. What's the time here that we're looking for? December. So in December we can finish up Taffy 3 and 3A. I wish I could put more ships in the battle group, but I can't. And the Taffy 3 is made up of 12 ships, so I have to be creative with that. Let's see if everybody's good here. Am I happy with you guys? Or are you guys just a burden? I like having that gap there. I don't know. How about we... What was in that gap? I can't remember, but I know what I'm going to put there. And I want to put in... This is all about utilization. Let's put in one of these guys. Esdal with his hedgehogs. And you're going to just be in that spot just because. Sure, manage cargo. That doesn't make a big difference, but you're making the trip, might as well. They're bringing mail, is what these guys are bringing. It says supplies, but it's mail. Let's get these guys rolling. I expect to see something over here. None of these subs are doing much of anything. They're just not being productive members of our military, Navy. You know, I think it's because we basically wiped them out so quickly. So it looks like Puerto Princesa is ours. So here we go. What are the odds? Let me hear your quotes, your thoughts, your process in your head. If I hit this button, will we have an airfield? Should we do it? Do we want to be disappointed? Or do we want to get excited that it worked? Oh! And we got lightnings. Hey! Lightnings. So that's pretty awesome. I'm glad we have aircraft here now. Let's utilize as best we can. I found that this option to just go like that will not reoccur. You think it would? It does it once. Does it for the day, but then the next day it doesn't. So the way to fix that is you course it. And the way you course it is to just draw it yourself. So I want these guys to check this area first because this is our most vulnerable. And then we're just going to draw a little circle line like that. And 228 means I can keep going. Because we got 1106. So we kind of want this guy to stay up in the air longer. And that's a crazy crazy scout pattern, but it does its thing. So let's see if tomorrow this thing it does it again. And he's going to go off and do his craziness here. So you keep doing that, and let's see if anything else happens while we're here. I'm glad that airfield worked. We don't want to do any more than just the level 1. I think it's not needed. These guys. Oof. How can we stop doing supplies over here, my friend? We should be getting that to happen, but it doesn't seem to want to. Surkov has not fired a shot for whatever reason. Maybe we need to go somewhere else with you, and you guys do one of these things. Yeah, I guess just keep moving things around and see if it makes a difference. And then you periodically check and make sure that things are moving. Kind of want this guy, although the map's ends here, nothing comes from this direction. If this base, Saigon, decided to try and reinforce Kuala Lumpur, this guy would catch it, if not here first or here. That's the thing. We do need to go to Brunei. This is a Brunei invasion group. Do we establish that now or do we wait? What's Kuching look like for supplies? We're imbalanced. So we're going to delay, and Dutch East Indies, we're going to have you make a run. And where do we want you to run? Sarong might be a good spot. Let's see what we can take off. What's this guy carry? So if we were to manage cargo right now, what would this ship, this group, give us? We could take engineering, fuel, and then come down here. It would be... So it would be 2 of each. So it would be 2340. Math. 2,340 troops. And two of these guys would be 3,280. So 3,280. What's the difference here? 7. I think that might help, might benefit us. So let's do that. What's over here in Tawi Tawi? Yeah, I'm gonna leave that alone for now. So let's send Dutch East Indies over to Sarong to go steal from them. And we'll see what happens with that. Again, we're using the Dutch East Indies to kind of be our supply runners for reinforcements. So you're just standing still, and I don't like that. So we need you to be more productive in your scouting screen, and hopefully that will do it. What's our weather look like here? So yeah, a little nasty weather, but this square is completely clear. Yeah, they could rough out the edges a little bit. You know, if it's light here, just make it light over here as well. It's not very realistic to have a big square, nothing. But that's why I don't like that screen too much. Alright, risking it. Okay. Let's do another day. Pretty quiet everywhere. Tawi Tawi, what's the status? Yeah, not really doing much. Yeah, you guys can unload, please. And then you're gonna sit there. And 4C is coming up with some supplies as well. And where else? That's it, I think. Make sure I got everybody unloaded properly. Yeah, let's get this base taken care of. I'm sick of watching it. Okay, let's keep going. I expect to see a supply ship over here somewhere. Alright, Midway's finally arrived. Do we want to manage cargo at all? Yeah, we can. Now, Iwo Jima is where we're headed if we do, or maybe here. Who's over here now? Midway 2. I think maybe we want to do this. I should have probably done it sooner. But Iwo Jima, I still think needs more troops. Or more supplies, that is. So I think we send one more group over there. And I think you're going to be the one to do it. So let's manage cargo. And we're not playing engineering anymore because we're not... let's double check that. Now we might do one engineering just because. So let's manage cargo, and you're going to get an engineering because look at all the engineering we have. I'm not going to worry. Sure, why not? We're not using it. Why not? 1 troops, supplies, supplies. Sure, why not? And for the support ships, let's just do some supplies. Why not? And you guys go into Iwo Jima. And everybody's going to be happy. Nobody's starving. We're not abandoning our troops. And let's go with it. And So it looks like we're being attacked somewhere. Let's go to that and see. All right, so this is usually, if you see no aircraft or anything around, that means it's danger close to submarine territory. So we're going to do a couple things here. We're going to launch up a sub-defense. Cerlex. Come on. Where are you? We know you're here somewhere. You think I'd remember all these, but yeah. Yep. And we're going to do it again because we can. We're going to get pretty aggressive here with this sub thing because subs they can spawn right in the middle of your fleet, which is not good. And that's not what we want to do. Went past it, didn't I? So I think 8 of those guys are good. We're gonna have you put up a cap because we can. Here's the thing. I kind of hear what people are saying. You know, my God, you're putting up way too many aircraft. Why? Why not? Why not put up many aircraft? Is what I say to that. Is I want to be prepared, and by prepared I mean put these guys up so that they actually can do something. Otherwise, you leave yourself open to tragedy, like losing a carrier. Not a big fan of that. Do I want depth charges? I think I do, and we're going to go with 8. That's a lot of sub-defense. We didn't see any supply ships, but we do have the supply, or the big guns to blow them out of the water if they're close to us. Come on. So let's see what this gives us. What are your bets? What do you think is up here? I have no idea. I'm guessing. We didn't spot anything from any of these scouts. Yeah, they're not circling around us, but I think with these guys are depth charges, these guys are bombs, these guys are cap, these guys are depth charges, these guys are depth charges. So we should be good covering all of our bases, and there really aren't any threats. Submarines are pretty much it. So we are in a, what's our formation here, boys? I believe this is something not a line ahead. It's, do you remember what it was, boys? I think it was, I don't know. I can't. I'll just take a guess and let's say circular. I don't think that's what it was, but yeah, do your thing. Maybe it's completely wrong. We'll see what happens when we get in there. So we have ships that wanted to be bad boys. And, yeah. What do you got? You got anything over here that's dangerous to us? No? Okay, well, we have aircraft up. So what we're going to do is we're going to say SPDs form with the power of Grayskull. Showing my age, I'm sorry. I did watch that as a kid, I think. We're gonna send these guys off to go get rid of their bombs. These guys are gutsy to be able to try that, to me. Yeah, this guy's got guns, so we want to kind of get him out. So 2 on him. Who else has got guns? And we're going to send this one after you too. And just because we can, let's send one after you guys. So, our ships, are they going to shoot? I'd say yeah. I'd say yes. And who looks pretty angry? Well, I was really thinking we had a battleship over here, but I guess we don't. But yeah, you can shoot at that guy for sure. So let these guys do their thing. And we want to watch from here, don't we? Any moment. So our fleet has just gone into apeshit craziness, and I kind of want them to not do that. I do want oh, are there fighters somewhere? Where are you guys attacking? Why are you going out this way? Okay, so we're gonna do this. Don't know what you're going after. Oh, we said no. I don't want to do that. Yeah, for whatever reason, it's because of the number of aircraft. Remember, if you have a number of aircraft that match in color, because I attacked with the Dauntlesses, these guys were matching. See how this is red, and this guy's red over here? If I send these guys to go, those fighters will group up with them and take the same order, and we don't really want that to happen, so. So let's see what these guys are doing over here. They're running for their lives. And this guy's having a very bad day. Which is fine, because if he sinks, we will redirect. Alright, so he's done. We have to go through this kind of in a hard way. So who was going after that ship. So you guys are now going to attack groups of 3. Form up. Go after that guy. You guys so from here to here, form up and go after, I don't know, that guy. Let's follow these guys in. These guys are going to get uglier with it. We're still shooting at the same target as different target. Yeah, this guy's going to have a bad day. Yeah, that's a thing. These guys are hating life. Well, that was not the greatest angle. So this guy's getting shot at by the ships. Keep an eye on him for a moment. Sorry about that. Is volume a little loud, maybe? Let me turn that down a little bit. I don't know if that works on your end, but it does on my end. You're still going. A lot of you guys are still going. What's the status? Report. So 4, 3, 2 are the ones remaining. Let's go to our ships and see who they're shooting at. Who are you shooting at, my friend? Pittsburgh, who are you shooting at? Canberra. Alright, let's get these guys all back in the world of the living, because the problem with letting your aircraft go out of the battle, I found, is that if you do that, I've had aircraft disappear. We're talking Bermuda Triangle stuff. And that's not cool. I'm not a fan of it. I don't want to lose aircraft unwilly-nilly. Where are you going? And what are you doing? These guys don't seem to have anybody to drop their bombs at. How come one guy didn't drop his bombs? I don't know. Let's do a quick check here. Go through some of these and see if they still have bombs. If more than one group is going after a ship and it sinks before they get there, they abandon the order to drop. And they just fly around silly. So we're going to follow this guy in and see if he can... Maybe we need to go after the other ship here. This guy is being attacked by everything, so let's go after the other one. Let's go back and take a look and see if we can get there in time. Jake Cabretti and his rear gunner, Chris Walther, I guess is what they said his last name was. One thing about these two guys is they're like two sides of a different coin. They argue all the time. Yeah, there's an officer and there's an enlisted guy shooting in the back. They act like brothers. And you know how brothers argue? Well, these guys argue all the time, and the rank is not involved. Of course, the officer in the conversation, he's been talked to about being so regular with his gunner, but the answer to him was, he's my gunner. If I don't treat him like family, why should he save me? So he puts a lot of effort into him. Let's see how this works out for them. Well, that wasn't the greatest drop, my friend, but hey, you know, they all can't be on mark. You, my friend, need to get up with your buddies. Everybody else, Avengers, you guys are slow. I just need you to, you know, circle. Look at these guys. See how they're grouped up? So break you, and then I want you guys to be form up. I'm just turning them so that they stay in the area. I don't want them to just wander off. If they wander off, sometimes they don't come back. I've lost entire squadrons because they turned away at the end. So that is a group of ships that are gone. No longer a issue for us. Let's check the report. All sunk. We were not hit by anything. 6 ships damaged. I'm looking to see if we show us getting hit by anything. No. Okay, let's get out. So we are going to keep these aircraft up. We're going to let them do their thing. These guys should be on reoccurring, and we'll let that just keep rolling. Let's get the ball going. Yeah, I know you're ready to launch aircraft. A bunch of your other ships are going to too. So, Donk's Devils have failed to do anything in this engagement. They were not like that in real life. They were an actual force to be reckoned with. So let's put you over there and see if that does anything for us. We kind of want these ships to do their thing. What do you got over here? Supply Port Moresby. I'm supposed to be sending you back, right? You need to go be beneficial to the war effort here, and we're going to send you to Wake Island. That'll take forever, but we're going to do it. We're going to do it. Midway, and you are... I think you're just kind of waiting. I think maybe... Well, let's see what we got for cargo over here. Of course you're not. Why would you be? Why would you be? I only put you on the star, but you never show up on the star. I guess I don't need to be so precise. Alright, let's see what we got him here that we want to move. Let's just do an even displacement of stuff. Sure, we'll even leave one off, and we want to take you to Wake Island because that's what your purpose is in life. Midway to Wake. Midway to Wake. Should we be going further out? Probably, but I think we have enough supply chain here to do stuff that gets supplies out where we need them. Cebu, we probably need to put more supplies over here. Do we have a Cebu group still? Let's go to the morning and we'll take a look and see. Before we move on into something fun, I want to make sure that we're doing something right over here. That's not what we wanted. We wanted something, not that. I hate that one. Yeah, that's what I wanted. So, destroyers, you need to be at 10 and 9. And you need to be at 9. Swap. And then 2 and 1. Let's look at you guys real close. So you have all your Dauntlesses and all your Avengers. So we're going to switch you to... Oh, I'm sorry. We're not going to do that. You're going to go... and then we're going to switch you to, because I want Franklin to be the attacker. Lexington will be our cap because we've lost 4 Dauntlesses, and Franklin, although having lost 2 fighters, we can only send 24 at a time, but the Dauntlesses are full, and so are the Avengers. So 2 is our lead, which is the attacker. I gotta remember that because normally they're in different positions, but in this formation of convoy, which we're gonna do that, let's take a look and see. So we got these guys with the only thing that's missing here is, you know, the New Jersey's battleship, and so are you. Wisconsin. I guess you're not missing, but I want you to be up. I want you to be in this position. So we're going to switch Wisconsin and Wichita and Santa Fe. No, New Jersey and Santa Fe. Why are they out like that? I didn't know they were kicked out. I think we're going to leave them where they are because they're kicked. The Wichita and the Santa Fe are kicked out unless I move them up here. See the gap? I can swap them here, move them all the way up. Here to here. Here to here. So that would be 9 and 7, or 9 and 5, and 8 and 6. So, 9 and... Pardon me? So 8, 9 and 5, 8. I don't know how I did that, but so and 7 and 5. Let's get up some aircraft first. Just to put up aircraft for the heck of it, and you guys are Lex Franklin. Let's see if that new formation looks better for us. Okay, so what we got? We got you covering basically 2, and you got moved back and you're covering the back end, and then you're further out to cover even more. Yeah, I kind of like that better. Yeah. And then when they move in, they'll be even closer, and this guy's being protected more than this guy, but when they move in, this guy will move up closer, and this guy will be in closer, and he's right in the middle. So if he moves in 500 yards, they're at 1,000 now. So let's see what happens when I move these guys to 500. Of course, it doesn't. So I'm concerned with the Wichita. What are you going to do? Speed it up. Everybody should be turning in. What I don't want to see, and they're seemingly doing it, is some effing coordination. Franklin. Oh, is that why? It is. Look at this. Look at these stupid deals. They're trying to go to the absolute opposite positions. Let's fix this. So you guys are all supposed to be in some type of formation. You guys can all do a turn. Yeah, do your thing, my friends. And yeah, I'm just kind of gonna Let's see if we can get this happen again. So, you guys go this way. Oh my god. Yeah, I don't know. I do like playing formations in this game. The problem is that they don't remember the formations that you established from the start. So they like to decide to be, when you go into the tactical, it says down here, line ahead, instead of what you had them set up originally. Even the slider down here doesn't always do what you tell it to. Let's get these guys to line up. You can crash right into the aircraft carrier, dummy. So this here is evade hazards. If I turn that off, you would think, well, they're not going to evade hazards, right? I don't think this button works right, or I don't know how to make it work right. But you see this guy here? He's not evading at all. He's being, you know, kill two major ships. If there was a 33, 26 knots, these two collided, the carrier would definitely sink. This guy would probably be severely damaged being hit on the side like that by a ship so large. But they probably both sink. Which is why it bothers me. So let's get these guys into formation. We're not even doing anything, right? We're just kind of doing our thing. You guys, look at you. Woof. He's had enough. He's angry and goes back to hit the ship. So, Lexington. You're not following my orders here, my friend. So, we'll try and get you on the straight and narrow. Break form up. So, everybody should be forming on Lexington. I don't know what the hell you have a star for. There are no stars. Let's see if these guys do their purpose in life. It looks to me like the formation establishes number 2 is ahead of number 1, which I don't like. Because that means he's rushing to get ahead in position here. And why did you guys just go off the map? So if these kingfishers don't appear again, we'll know. Again, it hasn't happened all the time, but it happened a few times where they went off the map and just never came back, like they crashed. They went into the Bermuda Triangle and disappeared. So let's see what formation we got kind of trying to do here. So they're kind of doing it. This guy's trying to get out to his position over here. Let's let him get there, and then we'll see what we can do. So we look on our map, all these kingfishers just disappeared. It doesn't say they left the engagement area, so we have to be careful. Alright, let's go back. Alright, so Lexington, I don't like you in the rear, but that's the way it's going to be. So, let's see what happens when we go get closer, everybody. Everybody should be turning in. Nobody should be going crazy, crossing, and... So you're a destroyer, right? The Ringgold. Yeah. Look at these crazy dogs. Come on, don't be stupid. I think you're the one that needs to be. Yeah. So this is 500, and they seem to be doing okay. Turn, turn. Let's see if this guy turns. So this was a 3-column formation originally, but 3-column formation doesn't put the carriers in the middle. It only does it with 1 carrier. With 2 carriers, that's why we have an odd number of, this is a destroyer, destroyer, destroyer. That would be our 3-column forward arrow pyramid for sub-screen. This guy's got left out in the wash. This guy is a cruiser, this guy is a destroyer. So I guess he's covering the back end, but... So as you see, we have battleship, battleship, cruiser, cruiser, destroyer, cruiser, destroyer, destroyer. So, let's see what happens when we put them out again. So everybody seems to want to do their thing. Let's go up speed-wise. Kind of cool formation to see. Everybody's speeding up. Everybody's doing their thing. That's what I like to see. Organized. Alright, let's move on. So, if we just, clarify this one more time. We know we have 3 destroyers in this group, right? So we have the Renshaw, the Schroeder, and the Vincennes. Not the Vincennes. The Ringgold. So if we were to go to... Sorry. If we were to go to 3... See how there's only position 1 for carrier? If that was a carrier, it would be kind of really depending on these guys, making sure no subs got in here. So it's not very protected. So that's why we switched to something else, and we decided to go with convoy because carriers can be in the middle and then supporting cast and at least 2 carriers, but this guy's the third destroyer left out to just cover the back end. So that's why we did that. So let's get going. Let's try and get one more day in and see what we have in store for us. I really like for this to be completed. It's not looking like it. Do we have 4C dropping off supplies? We do. Unload. And what else? What else can we do with these guys? How about we have them go on a magical mystery tour? We're gonna have them just do this and see what comes of it. They have to really kind of be involved in everything because they're Force Z, and Force Z is awesome. Yeah, you do that big old circle. It's gonna be a while before you get your ships back. We got until October, right? Yeah, October. So they can go on a tour for themselves. And let's get this going and see what we find. Any other ships? Tawi Tawi is now under our control with still some troops, so we're not gonna press any buttons. We'll let them do their thing, but he's blue, so we're good. Next is Tarakan, and to verify, Tarakan, Tawi Tawi, Tarakan. Right there. So we need that one. That's why we have this yes here. Tarakans next. Who do you? We're gonna have you guys be the Tarakan squad, and because you were invasion Tarakan. So you're going to be doing that, and your buddy over here is going to be doing your group 2. Towie's got a new home. They're going to stay here and love it. What else we got over here? Nah, you're fine. We do need a Tarakan defense force. How about we go do that? What do you want to have as a Tarakan defense force? I think because we're having issues with airfields, I think we want to put a carrier in this group. We got the points, why not? And we got nothing else to really use it on, so we're going to use... I'm sorry. Did we use John C. Butler's yet? Hey, guess what? That means we can John C. Butler ourselves into Taffy 3. And to do that, we need to get over here. So... Boy, that snuck up on us, didn't it? August? Why did I say December 43? What? Okay. So Taffy 3 is going to be... Let me make sure I did this right. Okay. So... So 3A is going to get... Samuel B. Roberts. I hope I'm looking at the right thing here. I did the research, wrote it down on a sticky, and okay, yeah, you. Why did it not have a date here? That said what? December 43. I had December 43 on my notes, so it's not available yet. Why you gotta tease me like that? I know why. Because this is the one. Yeah, okay. You guys notice that? That it just came back this... Okay, whatever. Got me all excited for nothing. So, back to our original thing, which was a defense force for Tarakan. So, let's do that. And we want to have... Esdals. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to put a... Let's put a Casablanca over here. And we're going to say, let's see if we got anything that resembles Tarakan in this listing. Tulagi. Canis Bay. I wish I knew where that was. Lunga Point. Yeah, I don't know my map well. Sorry, guys. You guys will all leave me notes and tell me. So we're going to use this guy. And because we can, I'm going to say, let's see what we got over here. 2 Clevelands. What do we got left over here? Let's see. Little Rock and then Vicksburg, sure. So you're going to be done, and you are going to be the. What are you? What is it? It's Tarakan Defense Force. And what do you guys want to take with you? Let's figure this out first. Yeah. There we go. So you're going to be in one position. Swap. And then I want to have the 3 guys out front. So 2, 3, 6. 2, 3, and 6. And 5, 4. It doesn't matter. You guys are just tail end Charlie. Bringing some punch. 720. Not liking the ammunition on these guys, but they're not going to face anything big, so 5-inch shells will have to do. I have a feeling that it's range that's the problem here. Maybe we want to get really crazy here. Let's do something nuts, and let's make sure we utilize our ships properly. And let's go do one of you guys. Let's see what we got. So, New Mexico, you're all being used. Pennsylvania's. Let's get the penny out. Sure, why not? And you're going to be more than enough, and you're going to manage to merge. And what does that do for our formation? It just puts you at tail end Charlie, which is fine. Kind of fine. Yep, I'm going to do it this way. These guys aren't tooling around. They're going to be sitting facing out. Yep, that'll work. Let's manage some supplies for your final destination. Not really worth it, but we're doing it anyway. Yeah, a little something, a little something. And you guys are going to go all the way to here. And then we're going to go here. So let's do that as well. Actually, that's not a good note. Remove that one. You're gonna go. Come on, do what I tell you to do. There you go. Have fun, boys. And when you get there, then we'll think about invading Tarakan. Let's finish out the day. Get this thing happening. Yeah, we have some time before we have John C. Butler's destroyers before we can finish up Taffy 3. And I'm trying to do this in a way. I know what happened to the ships, but I kind of want to put them in a group so that we can make that happen. Otherwise, other ships will go, and yeah. But hour and a half. That's about where we stand. And who do we want to look at? Let's go in and look at our defense force that we just made. Yeah. And we want to be on 6. So, here we are in a very flat ocean. With the nice red sun coming up in the background. And I kind of want everybody to let's show me what you got, boys. And you are definitely 3 column. You're not that. Are we going any faster or no? We're not. Alright, it's a thing. So, yeah, another episode down. We're starting the long haul. Starting the long haul, or has it been a long haul? Hey, guys, I'm trying to give you the game that an average person would play. I'm not trying to draw this out. You have, maybe y'all know that with this mod, there comes other game modes. It does have the base game included, Guadalcanal, which is the base game. I don't think this mod includes all the ships. Maybe it does. I don't know. But it also has the Abdicom mod, which probably is what we're going to do next. I don't know. I may take a week break of no videos until then. But when we get to that point, whenever that is, we're still going all the way out to 44. So that's just what's going to happen. But I hope you're enjoying the series. I hope the series is not. I'm sure it's getting a little old, and you wish there were more ships in it. But we took care of them already. Already did. The only thing left, I think, is a couple destroyers. Let's do a quick check. So there might be some carriers out there. The Akagi's still never. We haven't found her. Where the hell are you, Kaga? You're still alive. Or did it not show it in this mode? Yeah, it does. Okay, so the Kaga, Soryu, the Hero, and Junio. Tayo's done. So they got a bunch, I'm going to go into this afterwards, and they'll probably show the ones that have been sunk better. But apparently, it's showing a lot of the large carriers are still around. Chitose's are all gone. Nissan's gone. Rurio's gone. Zurio and her sister Shoho are gone. Battleships. No, they don't have any. I thought they did, but they don't. The Congos are gone. The Fusos are gone. So we've already taken care of these ships. So I'm sorry I can't provide you more. But that's just the nature of the beast, right? So I don't know what else to tell you other than, you know, we're trying to implement as much as we can into the game. And with that, I hope you're enjoying it. And yeah, I'm having fun. If you're having fun, then it makes it all worth it. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.